George Trapp driving down the middle. Chamberlain flies. Watch that out of bounds. He is awesome. Malone pass is deflected. Going to be stolen, I think, by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Ray rocked the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
All right, here's Dennis. Gets it in the Bird. Larry, a runner. Got it! Ball game's over. Boston wins. Here's Jordan for three. Yes!
Bryant to shot. Oh! LeBron James, with no regard for human life, has given the Cavaliers their biggest lead tonight. It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
This is WHPC Sports Talk.
Happy Hump Day, boys. Because it's Wednesday. You know what that means.
We humping. We humping on the Knicks bet tonight.
Well, as you heard, it's myself, Eric Williams, Nico Each, Russell Levine, and walking in late after the intro.
That's messed up, man. That's up.
Joshua Mahi.
Can't do him like that.
You know what?
Be his ass. Be his ass.
Nah, that's cool. I'm a busy man out here.
You know what? You're taking care of your business. I get it.
Money moves.
I understand.
Always.
Money moves.
Always.
You know I'm going to come in here and handle my business, so it's all good.
Yeah.
As he always does.
Yeah.
I needed somebody to actually load in some audio and...
Wow.
Oh, wow, it's like that.
Wow, so it's on him?
It's not on him. I was just... I needed
you're
help.
acting like it's on him.
You weren't here either.
I was here at 3:45. Right on time.
I didn't see you at 3:45. See you about like 3:51.
Our station director told me no one was here yet, so I said, oh, okay.
He lied.
Yeah, he did.
I've been here since 3.
So you had all this time to load in clips.
I was writing this down.
You should have had that prepared.
I know, but I had no time.
Y'all like a married couple, bro.
Class.
Yeah, nah. Who left their morning show notes here?
Disgusting.
Couldn't be me.
It's not what you want.
Throw it in the trash. Feel bad.
What
for
else
that.
is disgusting?
There's a new all-time scorer.
Yeah,
like
bitch.
You have to like.
See,
Nah.
That's disrespectful.
La flop.
nah.
La Mickey Mouse ring. Nah.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Nah, somebody said last night it was like he basically doesn't hold the record yet because Mickey Mouse points don't count.
It's true.
Why do you think the bubble stat should be discounted? You know, Lakers fans say that was the most impressive ring ever.
That's not.
That's what I've been told.
They played in LA Fitness gym. You know what happens at LA Fitness? Everybody becomes Michael Jordan and LeBron.
That's true. We seen Ben Simmons making jumpers when there was no fans in the stands.
See?
At Lifetime Fitness.
And
Yeah, that's true.
Russell Westbrook was out there talking crap to babies and fans. Like, first of all, it's digital fans, and then there's babies in the, like, quote-unquote crowd.
F what they talking about.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, have some decency, my man. Speaking of Westbrook, him and Darvin Ham actually had, like, a heated exchange during halftime. I don't know what that means, but, you know, could we see him dealt?
Have you seen Sham's tweets? The last 10 minutes?
I haven't looked, but I seen that they've grown discussion with D-Lo.
Yeah, so let me read this off real quick. So the Lakers, Jazz, and Timberwolves, 3-team deal. It would send D'Angelo Russell to the Lakers, Russell Westbrook and draft compensation to Utah. Russell Westbrook in Utah is kind of funny to think about, but and Mike Conley to Minnesota. And obviously, you've had Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt, 2 players from the Jazz that's been linked to the Knicks. So they're, again, Shams is like giving the disclaimer, ongoing discussions, but they would be headed to the Lakers too. So they would get D'Angelo Russell from the Timberwolves and Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt from the Jazz in this 3-team deal. So, I don't know. I don't know how well, obviously, you get rid of Russell Westbrook, you bring in 3 NBA players. That's a win. The Lakers need all the help they can get.
Yeah, they can. I mean, of course, the Jazz, you know, you just said it, Utah and Russell Westbrook, they don't go together. But obviously, it would be some type of buyout, and Russell Westbrook would be a free agent at that point. But I think that trade alone is better than what they could have done for Kyrie, because you get back 2 young players, and D'Angelo Russell's a seasoned veteran in this league now.
Yeah.
And he's shown he could get buckets in this league, so I feel like that would have been a better trade for them, especially like, all the locker room cancer and stuff that Kyrie brings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if LeBron feels that way, but I think you're right. I think it's either you get one superstar who you never know what he's going to do and he wants the money and everything, and you have that, or you can have 3 quality NBA players. That's one thing I feel like the Lakers just need. Obviously, they lost this game. I know LeBron broke the scoring record, but they could have won the game while they were at it, too. Like,
AD was hating. AD was hating.
He was. Yeah, I was curious about that. I wanted to talk about that today.
Oh, we're going to get into that.
But, yeah, you get some NBA players in. I think that's a better bet. And the Lakers, like we said, let me see if I can pull up this thing my friend sent me. Because all the, record-setting... Yeah, I have it here. So, when LeBron passed Michael Jordan in scoring, the team lost, the Lakers. When he passed Kobe, they lost. When he became the all-time leading scorer last night, they lost. When he passed Karl Malone, they lost. And the championship was in the bubble. The
championship was in the bubble. I like that.
I had to do that little last part in there. But the Lakers, it's LeBron. That's why LeBron's Laker career is weird to me. And I know we're going to get into the scoring record, but damn, it feels like he's doing his job, but the team's just failing him all the way around. Management is failing him. Jeannie Buss is more focused on rubbing down Dwayne Wade in the stands over, actually doing owner stuff. So, yeah, that happened. You didn't see that?
Like 2 hands?
2 hands.
Damn.
That's crazy, right? Broad daylight.
Damn.
It's not what you want.
No shame.
Nah.
No shame.
No, Gabby Union felt about that.
I can't be mad at Dwayne Wade for that.
Jeannie Buss she's one to get a little handsy with the players. Remember Kyle Kuzma a couple years ago? Hey.
Yeah, Jeannie Buss is, back in her day.
Jeannie busted down.
Yeah. But obviously Anthony Davis was not so happy about LeBron breaking the scoring record. If you've seen what happened, as soon as the bucket went in, everybody got up off the bench. Cameras started coming in on the court, and Anthony Davis was just sitting there on the bench.
Who looked more sick last night? Was it Kareem or was it Anthony Davis?
That's a good question.
Every time LeBron would score a bucket, they would pan right to Kareem. Just got the hate. You know the hater look when they're trying to hide that they're a hater? That was Kareem. He's just like...
And he's doing it well. Because he's old.
Yeah. I think him being old helped him. Just people like, this is just an old man now, late Saturday.
Resting old face.
Yeah. So, but he was. You could tell him the things he said about LeBron in the past. You could tell he wasn't happy about anything last night.
Listen. You look at what Kareem done, what he's done for this league, and it's a lot, especially off the court as well. Using his voice, and he came up in a tougher league. So it's hard to respect a guy like LeBron James when you got guys like Michael Jordan who came in night in and night out. Killer instinct. You got guys like Kobe, came in night in and night out, created his own slogan, whole thing, mama mentality. Now guys use it and it's that's the new killer instinct. We don't even say killer instinct no more. It's mama mentality. So, you see LeBron, he breaks your scoring record. It's
Okay.
Well, you know what? LeBron fans would say that, this is a true testament to his longevity, and he, the greatest career ever, leader in scoring, all-time leader in scoring. He's 4th in assists. He's played 20 years. He's still at the top of his game. He's averaging 30 points per game at age 38. They say all this stuff. But like you said, it's kind of, there's not really that one, Kobe had Mamba mentality. Jordan could hold up 6 fingers and be like, that's me. I did that. LeBron, it's
nothing. He has nothing.
He has the tomahawk dunks, I guess.
Never even competed in a dunk contest.
Yeah.
He got Savannah? I don't know.
Yeah, mid.
What?
Yo,
I will
seen her last night.
Get up off this chair and press you on what you just said. Please take that back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I was looking at the comments on Bleacher Report. As soon
Mark
as,
Jackson want to have a word with you, by the way. Ain't no
As
way.
soon-
With all due respect.
With all due respect, yes. But I was looking at Bleacher Report's comments, and right after he hit the shot, there was guys in the comments talking about what he had just did at the time and his family because they came on the court. As soon as LeBron James' mother came in the camera, I seen this comment. I looked down at my phone. This bitch. That's all I seen.
No.
This bitch.
No. Why?
Delonte West.
Ooh.
It's crazy. I was just talking to somebody about that yesterday. That's crazy. Now, what was going through Delonte's mind when, he was like, I'm going to just do it? F the consequences?
Whatever.
That's crazy. That's
Power
crazy.
move, yo.
No, I mean, with how he ended up, I don't know. That
Now-
karma came and got him quick. Did
we see how they did the whole ceremony and Kareem, he had the basketball, he was showing it around the crowd and he gave it to LeBron. That's the quote unquote passing the torch. And obviously we seen Kareem wasn't very happy about it. He gave a little fake speech or whatever. But the real speech he gave after the game was Shaq. That's the one that touched most fans' hearts because he showed the respect for the game and what it is now compared to what it was back then. Obviously LeBron and Kobe and guys like Michael Jordan, they made the game way better than it was back then. But you can't take away from what any other great has done. And we're definitely going to touch on that too because I had a heated argument last night after a game and I just didn't get it because you're taking away credit from guys who played in the 60s and 70s when they dominated the game.
I mean, shout out Bill Russell. Shout out all those guys. Nico shaking his head, but winning 11 rings is impressive nonetheless. And all those guys, those were records. You got to consider what they did in their era. Now you over there making faces like, what's up?
That is straight face.
I'm just saying, like, if you do it in your era, that should be considered. Now, do I believe that Bill Russell could lock down Jokic, Embiid? No. But he did it in his era that needs to be respected. If you do it in your era, it needs to be respected.
Yeah.
Is Bob Cousy locking down Kyrie? We talked about this. No.
No,
chase of
come
hell.
on.
You don't think so?
No. It's not. It's not happening. It's not. But I want to ask a question to the room. Does this put LeBron at the top of the GOAT discussion?
No. Not at all. I would name 3 people above him.
Damn, 3?
Yeah.
Well, Charles Barkley named 6 above him.
Well, that's Chuck. That's Chuck. He's
just salty about the rings. That's really it.
He's in a world of his own. But I mean, the best I'll put him is top 2. I mean, you know me, I'm a Jordan guy. I'm a Kobe guy too, but I'm doing LeBron fans a favor when I say he's top 2. And it's funny how LeBron fans take it as like, oh, he's top 1, he's the GOAT. Like, I'm saying he's the second best basketball player of all time when you have Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal. Like, that should be a compliment. Why do they take it as such an insult? I don't understand that. Let him be number 2, and that's cool.
Well, we do have a caller on the line to join us in the topic. Caller, what's your name and what do you want to talk about?
What up, Eric? This is Justin calling.
Justin, what's up?
I want to talk, some old school basketball. That's more my wheelhouse. And, I respect LeBron James. I do have him as number 2, as I told you guys before. I do think for Kobe, there's a bit of a revisionist sort of history since his passing, because as great as he was, and he was the closest to Jordan when it came to the mentality of how to play the game, I mean, the guy shot the ball a lot, and he missed a lot. And for those 3 finals that he won with Shaq, he wasn't the man on that team. That was Shaq's team. So, I mean, being the man on 2 finals teams, I don't have him even in my top 4. I do think the mentality is the closest to Jordan, but I'll still put Kareem and LeBron above Kobe Bryant. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that.
No, I definitely agree. It's as simple as that.
I mean, well, hey, Justin, by the way. I don't know. I don't know. I think that I stick up for Kobe Bryant more so because I think even before his passing, I remember after he retired, and he didn't look so hot after he retired, or those last couple years of his career. People were like, "Oh, this is Larry Hughes of opportunity." I'm like, they're being hella disrespectful. So that's why I stick up for Kobe more. He does have the most missed shots in NBA history, but when you total up 5 championships, 2 Finals MVPs. I mean, he did it. He did it with Shaq, yeah, but then he came back with Pau Gasol, Derek Fisher, Metta World Peace, Ron Artest at the time, and he's 4th all time in the league in scoring, and he was a monstrous scorer too. When he scored, it was loud. Some players score and it was just like Kevin Durant. When Kevin Durant scores, it's like okay, it was 8 1/4, 8 1/4. When Kobe did it, man, it was 30 1/4, 28 the next quarter. He was feared and he was respected. So that's why I stuck up for Kobe so much. I think, not to sound like an old man, but the younger generation kind of hates on him a little bit. But you're right. Most missed shots in NBA history. That's a fact.
And he did have that clutch gene. He wanted that last shot. He was the guy, and he was going to miss from time to time, but he was going to, be that guy to take that last shot. One quick question for you guys. I know you guys have a lot to get to, but if you were starting a top 5 team without a championship, so an all-NBA team, no ring team, is there a 5 that you would pick? Because for me, I'm going Stockton. I'm going to put Iverson at 2. I'm going to put Malone at 4. I'll put Ewing at 5. And then for the 3, I honestly, I can't think off the top of my head, but I definitely want those 4. Oh, Barkley. I'll put Barkley at the 3. But I don't know if you guys have an opinion on that. I'll be listening. And tune in tomorrow to WHPC Morning Madhouse. Have a good one, boys.
Thanks for the call, Justin.
Nice plug, bro.
That's yeah, it is a great question, and he gave a great lineup because there's no way you're telling me that team doesn't win a championship.
Now that's a tough team. I definitely, if I'm thinking about my 5, I'm gonna kind of go out of order here, but Charles Barkley is definitely going to be my 4-man. Patrick Ewing would be my 5. Iverson's definitely in there. John Stockton is a great pick, but I just refuse to respect that man in any facet. I think,
Chris Paul?
Yeah. Chris Paul, yeah. CP, Iverson, who's my 3?
See, this makes you think because you can't really think of a 3 that...
Reggie Miller? Tracy McGrady.
Okay.
I'll go Tracy McGrady.
Okay. See, me, I'm going to have to go CP3. First, when he first said no rings, the first person I thought about was Charles Barkley. And I mean,
damn.
Because he expresses it so much that he just has no rings.
No love for championship Chuck.
Yeah, so Barkley at the 4. Yeah, I'm going to have to go Ewing at the 5. 2, Iverson. I mean, it's like those 2 guys, Barkley and Iverson, has to be on everybody's team.
Got to.
Think about it.
Yeah.
You have to. But the 3 is just like, that's such a tough question.
You could go McGrady. You could go... Who did I say before? I said somebody else before. I think I said... Oh, yeah. We can go Reggie Miller. You can go Vince Carter, too.
Okay.
Vince Carter's underrated.
Yeah. See, one I thought about, I don't know if he won a championship or not off the top of my head, but Adrian Danley. He could score the bucket.
That's a good one. I was also going to go... This is taking it way back, too. I don't even know how I thought of this man, but Elgin Baylor. Remember, he got to 7 finals or more and then lost every single one of them to the Celtics? He was... I'm trying to find the stats now. Yeah, 27 points per game. I think I'll take him as my 3. Could he guard Kevin Durant today? No. I'll reiterate that, but, for his era, yeah.
Yo, how sad do you think he is?
Elgin Baylor? Well,
Because that's sad.
He's dead, so...
Yeah.
I'm sure, but in the afterlife, I'm sure he's not happy. Yeah, I'm sure he's not happy. It's Bill Russell got them all off him. That's not what you want. Not what you want.
Well, if you ever watch Winning Time on HBO Max, Jerry West's character, He was like really, really upset that he couldn't win, and it was just like this one trophy he had, and he would just throw it around his office, and he was just so upset. So I could understand like if Elgin Baylor was like, bouncing off the walls and everything, and upset that he did not win one of those 7 championships. That's rough to lose to Bill Russell that many times. That's rough. I don't know how. How would you handle that as a man?
You got to resort. You got to resort to the hands. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean,
it's a little bit of black powder and gunpowder. That's it. That's how I would do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know about that. All I know is, think about the trash Bill Russell must have been talking. Like when one guy has so much domination over you, and he's like, every time I see you, I'm gonna win.
Yeah, but at a certain point, it's like I can't even talk trash to you no more. Like this is just sad. That's just how it is at a certain point.
Yeah.
Like after the 5th one or the 4th one, it was just like, it is what it is. Y'all coming to get beat down. Y'all should have just lost it in the Eastern Conference Finals or the Western Conference Finals. It's just what it is.
I'm trying to see just how many times he lost to the Celtics, because that's crazy to never win one.
Yeah, like they showed the clips in winning time, like year after year after year. He was just like not winning.
Yeah.
And then he finally won one, and he wasn't happy at all.
The way that they depicted Jerry West in that show.
I love his character though.
Phenomenal. I hope that's how he really was in real life.
Some people say he wasn't.
That's what they say, but I can guarantee you that's how he was.
Yeah. Because he always looks mad.
He does. He's won so much, even as an executive, but the camera pans him, he's just like, damn, he lost 8 times? 8 times?
8 times.
And then the second he leaves, they win the championship. That's...
He was a cancer. He was a championship cancer.
That's messed up.
That Elgin Baylor curse. That's messed up.
8 times, 0-8 in the finals. What's worse, the Buffalo Bills going 0-4?
I was just about to say, I thought the Bills was bad. Yeah, this is horrible.
This is terrible.
God damn.
And you had Will?
Yeah, Will.
Personally, I would have won one.
Just one. You would have gotten lucky once, man. That's crazy.
He's still a Laker legend, though.
But you know what? He moved on as an executive and went 607 and 1,153. So, no, I'm piling on. Let me stop. I'm piling on.
The man is dead, Josh.
I know. R.I.P. Rest in paradise. Rest in paradise, King. No ringless.
No rings, though.
No rings.
King. That's rough.
No rings, King. Rest in peace.
Let me just remind everybody real quick. You are listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. Now, another question I have for y'all is, do we think the scoring record will ever be broken again? Because, the saying is records are meant to be broken, but this is a hard one to come up on.
If LeBron were to be done this year, I would say, yeah, just based off how NBA rules are, it's so easy to score now. I mean, you have players like me and Nico talk about, they drop out of the bed and score 50. Cam Thompson scored 40 in 3 straight games, right off the bench. Bro. So there's that. But this man, LeBron James, he's 38 years old. He hasn't shown any signs of slowing down, really. He's averaging 30 points per game, 50% from the field, 8 rebounds, actually 9 rebounds and 7 assists. So if you're like that at age 38, and he's going to decline a little bit, obviously, but he could really play, and he was talking about it after the game. He could really play 3-4 more seasons. I really think so.
I don't want to see that happen.
I don't either, personally, but the way he takes care of his body, what he's doing now at the age of 38, it's going to happen. And he said he wants to play until Bronny makes the league, and maybe I think Bryce is eligible in 2025. Mm-hmm. He's motivated to do it. That's a powerful motivation to play until your kids make the league and play with your kids.
We don't need to see another Tom Brady. I don't want to see that.
I'm with you, but I think it's inevitable. Now, the Lakers, are they going to keep messing it up? Yeah, because, Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka have no idea what they're doing. We'll see if this trade comes together. It'd actually be a good move. But history has shown they don't really have a good idea of what they're doing.
No.
LeBron seems kind of fed up with them, subtweeting them. Maybe it's me with the Marvin's Room instrumental playing in the background. So, I mean, but it's all up to if LeBron stays healthy enough and he's durable enough and he's averaging 30 points per game in year 20. Like, I think if he plays 4 more years, then it's out of reach. If something happens and he just hits like a Kobe level wall or in the NFL, a Drew Brees level wall where he just can't do it anymore, then I could see a player like Luka Doncic getting it. I could see somebody like that.
That's reasonable because I think he has like, I want to say 8,000 points right now. And he's only been in the league for how long? 4 years? That's a lot of points.
What's hurt Luka is that he's got to play more games. I mean, he's averaging 27 points per game in his career, but ever since his rookie year, he played 72. It's been 61. In the bubble year, 66, 65 last year, and 47. I think the Mavericks have played around 55 games, I want to say. So he's got to play more games. If he does, then he has a chance. Yeah. It's going to be somebody else, other guys that have shots, but if LeBron plays, if he stays true to his word that he's going to stay in the league until Bronny comes to the league, until his sons make the league, and he's staying until then, I think it's going to be out of reach.
Hate to see that.
Yeah.
Because you want to see the record broken again, at least in your lifetime.
Yeah. But you know what? People in Kareem's generation never thought it'd be broken either. So we'll see.
Now, that brings me to the GOAT debate. Now, I had a conversation last night with somebody, and they said Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played against no one.
No.
You cannot go there with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You can't say he played against no one, because I can name about 5 big men, like just off the top of my head. Moses Malone, Artis Gilmore, Hakeem Olajuwon, which was a little bit later in his career, but still. Who else? I mean, there's big men who dominated the game that he played against, and I hate when people try and take away from another player's, greatness because of what the competition was back then. Obviously, it's different now because rules have changed, can't hand check and stuff like that now, and the league is just more athletic now. Can't change that.
Well, you said something where it's like people try to put down somebody else's accomplishments before them to uplift their favorite player. That's LeBron's fans' favorite thing to do. I got a message for everyone that thinks LeBron James is the GOAT. Because if you really believe that, why do y'all try so hard to put down MJ? Why do y'all try so hard to put down Kareem? Why do y'all try so hard to put down Kobe Bryant? If you're so secure in your player's legacy, just be secure in that. Why do you have to constantly put other people down to make your player look better? I don't get it.
They're just haters. That's it. They're just haters of that player. I think Jordan's. This is my opinion. I think Jordan's the best player ever. I don't think it's. I think he's better than LeBron. I think he's better than Kareem. I think he's better than Kobe. He's better. Jordan had. First of all, he was 6-0 in the finals. That's number one. That's not easy to do. What was LeBron's record in the finals? 3-6. 3-7. That's
4-6.
All right. I mean, and he had bad teams, so you give him a little bit of a pass. But that's another thing too. You can't just look at the record. You got to look at the team they're with. I mean, if they're not with great teams, like when LeBron went with Cleveland, that was a bad team he won with. That was not a very good team. You look at obviously and the Lakers. That's not a great team either that he won with. And I mean, that was the bubble, but still, it's not a great team he was with. So you got to factor that in. But yeah, Jordan's the best player. It's not even close. Heck, he's got a steakhouse named after Michael Jordan. So I got to call him best player. LeBron doesn't have that yet.
You don't have the steakhouse?
You got to have the steakhouse. You need to have at least a restaurant. You got to have some restaurant. You got to have something. Even a buffet. Something.
You know what? I'm with Ross. Where's the steakhouse, Bron? Where is it? Can't be the GOAT if you don't have your own steakhouse. That's a great point.
It's a true fact.
Look, but it goes beyond that. Obviously, I'm joking, but Jordan's legacy, Jordan's legacy, what he left behind, like 6-0 in the finals, the shoes. People, I don't know. I like LeBron's personally, but people aren't selling out StockX and all these Foot Locker. They're not selling out those stores and Nike.com for the newest LeBrons. They're doing it for Jordans. So the shoes, Jordan at his time really revolutionizing and globalizing the NBA. That matters. Now LeBron's a global icon too, but Jordan, the standard he set, there's something to be said about setting the standard. Now anybody can come over and follow that, and LeBron did a great job, and Justin mentioned Kobe did a great job, the best job at emulating Michael Jordan. But when you talk about his peak, and this is all the LeBron Jordan argument really is, it's peak versus longevity. LeBron has the longevity, he didn't take any breaks. Jordan retired twice. But Jordan's peak, after he got done losing to the Pistons, when he beat the Pistons that first time, and I was talking to an old head at my job, like, he knows, like, once he beat the Pistons, he was like, all right, I can't be effed with. This is my league. And he showed it year after year. 6 straight years when he didn't retire, he won the championship. Finals MVP. He has like 11 scoring titles. So, LeBron, he's great. I don't mean it as a slight Bron fans when I say he's the second greatest player of all time. That's a great accomplishment. You know what? It's great. But Jordan was something else. And I know LeBron fans feel very passionate about it, and they like to say Jordan played against plumbers and electricians and firemen and all this stuff. You can say that.
But that's not the truth.
It's not. Because think about it. You had Charles Barkley in that era. You had Shaq come in late. You had Isaiah Thomas. You had all these guys, Patrick Ewing. You can't say that. Now, it's a nice slant. If you want to get some stupid slander off, that works, I guess. But it's not factual. And again, that's what they go to. And I have to clarify this. I'm going to say it like 10 times during the show. I love LeBron James and his career. But when it comes to how his fans frame the GOAT conversation, it's not fair because it's constantly, MJ, he did this, that, and the third. He retired twice. He took breaks. Da-da-da-da-da. Like, if you're that secure in your favorite player's legacy and what he's done and his records, just stand in that. Talk about what LeBron did. Don't talk about what Michael Jordan didn't. That's my biggest problem. I mean, look, he's in the conversation. That's great. But is he going to win that conversation? No.
I feel as if if you have to take away from another player's legacy, that just goes to show you basically just explained it. That goes to show you, like, is he really better than Michael Jordan? Is he really, really, like, better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Like, really sit down and think about it. Is he? Longevity, yes.
Right.
And the consistency of, like, I'm telling you, it's all great. And it's not a bad thing that he's second to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was, Larry Bird said it. It's Jesus Christ disguised as Michael Jordan.
That's a fact. He was so ahead of his time. Like Michael Jordan, if you dropped him in today's NBA, I'm not going to go off the notion that he would score 40 points per game like other people like to do, but he would still, Michael Jordan in any era is hooping. That's how far ahead of his time. Like Larry Bird saw this guy on the court, he was like, yo, what? That's the impact that Michael Jordan had. And another thing on the LeBron thing, he's got 4 rings, yeah. So does Steph Curry.
Exactly.
If Steph Curry wins another one, you can't be out-championed in your own era. I'm not going to say it's the Curry era because it's definitely the LeBron era. But if the Warriors get another one and it's 5 to Curry and 4 to LeBron, I don't understand how you can pull the GOAT out of that scenario. I really can't. And it's a real possibility.
I mean, first of all, real quick, if you want to join the discussion, the number is 516-572-7440. We would definitely love to hear some people's insights. Don't be afraid to call, because I need to hear some people's insights, especially the guys that call all the time. Just call in, because I need to hear this.
This is like the most toxic sports debate maybe ever.
It is.
About LeBron versus Jordan.
It is.
Nothing touches it. Like, because you're never... This is the one argument where you're not going to change anyone's mind. You're either going to be a Jordan guy or a LeBron guy. Yeah. You're not really... There's no one that's going to listen and be like, I thought Michael Jordan was the GOAT, but I think it's really... No, there's nobody that's going to do that. So both sides feel very strongly. Both sides, I feel like, have good points. I just feel like Jordan's points are a little better. I think Jordan's fans' points make more sense. They're more based in reality. That's it.
It's as simple as that, bro. I mean, it's like we're asking questions like, what does LeBron have to do to solidify his case for being a GOAT?
I know Nico's shaking his head, but
I don't know.
I would say if he wins one more, then it's like, I'm not going to say exactly neck and neck, but it's right there. If he wins two more,
it's going to get real hard to argue.
If he wins two more championships, he's going to be 39, 40, 41.
One then, because Mickey Mouse.
The Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
Damn. But you know what? Another championship as a Laker would kind of validate that. If you think about it, because if he wins another one, he'll be like 39, 40. He's not winning this year. But if he wins another one, he'll be 39, 40. If he wins two at the age of like 41, 42 on some Tom Brady stuff, then as a Jordan supporter, I would be, damn.
Yeah, it's going to get real hard to argue with these LeBron fans.
Because think about it. LeBron would be 6-6 in the finals, and
it's not 6-0.
It's not 6-0, but true. I think LeBron fans would come back and say, "Oh, he never dealt with the KD Steph Warriors. He never dealt with the Spurs." I mean, this is
LeBron
what they'd say.
Also had no competition in the East his whole career. So
thank you.
He's had no competition.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
The only competition he got close to was like the Raptors for like 2 years, and that was it.
The Raptors, and then remember how the Celtics were whooping his ass too before he went to Miami?
Yep.
Then after that, it was just the Celtics were old. The Knicks never really got there to their potential. Mm-hmm. The Atlanta Hawks.
Come on, like
really?
Exactly. I mean, go back in LeBron's career, his first 4 years or whatever. He made the finals against the Spurs. Obviously didn't win, but he made the finals with who was on that roster? Drew Gooden,
Boobie Gibson, my guy.
So, all right, respect to you. You did that. But the year that the Magic made the finals against the Lakers, I feel like he had a perfect opportunity to just take it from the Magic. Play Kobe in the finals and have a chance to beat Kobe in the finals.
That's a great point. People forget about that because I've said, when people talk about peak LeBron and people will say, oh, LeBron, he has a 20-year peak. You can say that, but 09 LeBron, you had to be there. This man was dunking. His head would be above the box on the backboard. His head would be above it. Throw it down. He would hit clutch threes. He was doing everything. But you got stopped by Dwight Howard and Rashard Lewis and J.J. Redick. Really?
It's not enough. And that's exactly why Kobe went on to win his fifth. That's exactly why.
And that Cavs team, they won like 66, 67 games 2 straight years. They had, whether you want to say the players, he had superstars around him, that's fair, but if you win 66 games in the NBA and you don't win a championship, that's a failure.
Well,
you know.
It is a failure. No, it is. True. It is because, perfect example, the Suns won, I want to say 64 games last year. Got wiped out by the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, if you win that many games, I mean, the greatest failure of all is obviously the 73-win Warriors, but I feel like 65 is the benchmark. If you win 65 games, that's like winning 13, 14 games in the NFL, sorry, Nico, and losing every year. No, it's real stuff, though, because if you're that dominant in the regular season, you can't drop off in the playoffs.
I can't even laugh at that.
I'm a Saints fan. I saw it 4 straight years. They were killers in the regular season. When it got to the playoff, noodle on breeze, I knew what it was. So if you're, we're talking about LeBron in his prime now. This is what he did. So LeBron fans are going to bring up the 3-1 comeback against the 73-win team. They're going to bring up they're going to say the bubble ring is the most toughest ring in NBA history. That's what they're going to say. Do we agree? No.
No. TJ Warren was in the bubble dropping 50 points.
No, who else was in the bubble going crazy?
Jamal Murray.
Tyler Hero. He was going crazy in the bubble.
We can't have that. That just knocks it down right there. The bubble wasn't.
It wasn't real.
No, it wasn't. Because real basketball, you need fans in the stands, home games, away games. Yeah. You need that playoff adversity and atmosphere. But LeBron fans will say, oh, the bubble, you had to go to Orlando and battle against Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Daffy Duck. No, Daffy Duck's another thing. But Donald Duck, I think. That's the right one, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, old heads. But that's what they had to battle with in the bubble. in reality, it was Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo and a young Tyler Hero. And yeah, LeBron fans are going to have their talking points, but I just think they're not based in reality like that. You got to look at the facts. He's 4-6 in the finals. And we forget sports isn't about stats. We look at stats to kind of verify what we're thinking, but it's wins and losses. Nobody comes home from Little League baseball. Well, some people maybe, but nobody comes back from or AAU basketball and they're like, damn, we lost by 40, but I got my 30 points though. It's about wins and losses. If you lost, we used to say you couldn't talk. If you lost at recess, you couldn't come back in class and talk trash. That's true. It's about wins and losses.
That argument, like Robert Horry, he gets the upper hand in that discussion. He got 7.
Yeah, he got 7 as a role player though. But if you're that guy and you've lost more than you've won, I can't put you at the GOAT pedestal. I can't. It's about wins and losses.
I mean, Michael Jordan had not just 1 three-peat, 2. Came out of retirement, said, you know what? Let me show these bitches what I'm about. He probably really said something like that, too. Just knowing Jordan, like...
in the locker room with the baseball bat, like...
the cigar in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I got 3 more in me.
Justin said it. He said it perfectly. Like, he said he was just so competitive. Like, you seen how competitive it was with the quarter game? You throw the quarter against the wall or something like that. And whichever one is closest to the wall or something like that. He was very competitive at whatever it was he did, even playing baseball. And he was trash at that.
He was trash, but he would go back to the dugout like he was so competitive. That's how he felt even when he wasn't doing that great. And I remember watching The Last Dance. He's so competitive, he made up a story about, I think it was LeBradford Smith, where he was like, he made up a story where he told Michael Jordan, good game, Mike. And MJ was like, nah, I got to kill him the next time. He scored like 50 points the next game. And then they asked him about it. He's like, nah, I made it up, yo. I just had to get myself going. Like, he was a sicko. But that's what you need out of, like, when you talk GOAT, you got to talk greatest of all time, obviously, but it's the competitiveness. It's, playing. He came back from retirement, played all 82 games, 3 straight years.
Yeah, no load management.
Load management. That's an important thing, too.
I hate that.
That is, that really is an important thing.
It's the most bitchiest thing you could do.
It's what's killing the NBA right now. It's killing fan interest. And LeBron's been a part of that. You can't say he hasn't been.
Yeah, I mean, you got people. I seen something on Twitter, right? It was like Kobe played through injuries just so his fans could see him play. Somebody in the comment was like, nah, you lying. Like, I went to a Lakers game and Kobe didn't play that game, and I had my Mamba t-shirt on and everything. It was like, damn, bro. Like, but still, like, you look at guys like LeBron. People travel across the country to go see you play, and you just sitting down, low management. Oh, I'm not gonna play today. We playing the Jazz? All right, they can have this one. You're LeBron James. And
you know what's funny? We just saw it 2 weeks ago where they were playing the Nets and the Knicks on a back-to-back, the Lakers, and LeBron was like, Nets fans, nah. Knicks fans? Yup, that's where I'm going to be.
I mean, everybody wants to play in the Garden. Everybody.
Yeah, but think about...
like a real man would play both games.
Exactly.
And if you want to talk about how good you are at age 38, then don't have load management be a part of it too. Don't sit back-to-backs. Play every game. Show us you're really that guy at age 38 where you don't have to manage your body all the time. I sound like a LeBron hater, I know, but I'm trying to give the facts.
I have nothing against it.
Well, it's hard to not like hate on him when his supporters are just 14-year-old Fortnite kids. Like, that's really, like, it's hard.
That's all it is. And you got some millennials in there, like, they just push. And you see, millennials, they seen Michael Jordan play, but it's still, nah, LeBron, he's the greatest of all time. Like, I got my cousins, and they talk about LeBron like that's their father or something. Like, it's not that deep. I hate it. I really do. Like, I just don't understand the whole thing around, oh, LeBron did this, LeBron did that. What did Jordan do? He played against no competition. He played against plumbers and mailmen. Like, you can't say that.
I mean, we're making fun of the younger generation, but I mean, you'll have guys like Shannon Sharp, old ass, fighting for his honor on the sideline. So I mean,
Yeah, but he's cool.
nah, he is. But
That's Unc right there.
it is. I don't mean to slander, but I mean it's true. But the worst human beings alive are the people like the 14-year-old kids that think the real Melo is LaMelo Ball and that think LeBron James is the.
It's horrible.
That one's horrible.
If you got that combo going on, I can't.
That's another
Get away from
thing
me.
too. Like these kids don't know about Melo, and me as a basketball fan, I love Melo. As you know, I was a Knicks fan. I loved Melo. I will never forget the game against the Chicago Bulls. Mike Breen, bang! And the Garden was just going wild. Came back in overtime. Oh my God! And he was at the hash.
Same exact spot, bro.
And people don't know, Melo would always get the better of LeBron. He would always put up a
That's
tough
a fact.
matchup.
People don't
against
talk enough
LeBron.
about that.
They don't.
People don't talk enough about that. He was sunning LeBron every time they matched up until LeBron got the super team and it was just out of reach.
Exactly.
But people forget about that. You know how I feel about Carmelo Anthony? You know that Vince McMahon meme? He was special. That's
He
how I
was.
feel.
He was very special.
And the kids don't know. They'll never know.
Speaking
It's
of
sad,
them,
that was such a good time.
It was.
They should bring him back. The Knicks.
He should
really-
retire
they
as a
really-
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the move.
Hey, he'd be an upgrade on the bench.
He would be.
It's sad, but it's true.
think Tibbs would play him.
Tibbs is playing him
he would. He's a veteran. Yeah, he would play him.
Well, he's not playing Derrick Rose. It's probably his favorite
That's
player.
true.
Ah,
That's
that's a
true.
good point.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's Carmelo.
Speaking of the Knicks, they squeezed out a win last night in Orlando. Now, I didn't watch the game. I don't know, but I heard they were down.
Yeah, they were down pretty much the entire game.
But Emmanuel quickly, Jalen Brunson continue to save my life. So those two are what's keeping me alive at this point. Because the man we about to talk about, I know Ross. That's Ross's favorite.
Yeah, I'm about to alley-oop it to him. I'm about to alley-oop to him. RJ Barrett. What's wrong with RJ Barrett? Because what did he shoot last night? Let me see. 5 for 16.
Oh,
He's a Whopper Junior with cheese, bro. He's a Whopper Junior, bro.
let's go. Best shooter ever.
Great Raptor.
Let's go, Ross. I gotta hear
I
it.
hope so, man. I hope so.
Should the Knicks deal RJ Barrett in the offseason, knowing what you could have had for him last offseason?
See, yeah, what they could have had for that's the problem. That's why it's hard to trade him because it's you feel like if you do trade him, it's like a year too late. But if you do trade him, you get a decent. You're not getting a superstar for him. I get that, but you would probably get at least a decent role player, a good role player. Yeah, I would do it. Randall and Barrett don't fit. They just don't. They don't fit together. So if you and Randall's their guy, so you gotta get someone that can compare well with Randall, and if you can get someone that's at least a 38% 3-point shooter, I think you do it because at some point teams are. Well, I think you're even seeing it now. Teams are just going to guard the paint. They're going to make you beat him with you just shooting, and he can't do that. So, it sucks. I thought Barrett would be at least a good pro, and he's not bad. He's averaging 22 a game, but it does not feel like a guy that's averaging 22 a game. It feels like a guy that's averaging 15 a game. So he's not the efficiency questionable and. He's not been good defensively this year either. It's one thing if he was not good shooting, but at least he's bringing it defensively. I could respect that, but he's not even doing that. So it's hard to maybe he gets better, but I don't see it. He's in year 4, so people are gonna give him a break. 22 years old, then you shouldn't have signed him. That's it. I mean,
listen, I think I'm in the middle. Well, kinda, because I feel like Knicks fans are a little too hard on RJ. I'm hard on him too, but at the same time, we can't keep coddling this man.
No.
He's averaging, like you said, he's averaging 20 points, 43% from the field, and I know he's had injuries and he's had illnesses and stuff, but you have to, if you want to be a beloved player in New York City and you get the bag, you have to bring more than what you're bringing. You can't be the third option who. We talked about it last week with the Clippers game. He let his team down in that game.
Oh,
now
yeah,
I know
of
stuff
course.
happened with the Batum 3 and
Yeah.
Norman Powell ending Julius Randle's life on that dunk, but He cost him that game. He didn't play well.
He definitely did. When they were like a few seconds left in that game, they actually been up by like 7 at that point. If Barrett if he had a couple more shots, if he made a few more, they would have won. That's why, to me, it's asking Randall and Barrett to be something even better. It's very unlikely to happen. I don't see it. So, and Randall's going to be here for another 2 more years at least. So, and with Barrett, again, maybe here's what's going to be a big thing. If they decide, okay, Leon Rose isn't their guy, Tom Thibodeau's not their guy. They clean house, they start over, they bring in fresh new people. I think Barrett then would get traded. Like, I think it's almost like, I don't know a definite, but it'd be like 80%. Because then at that point, you're going to have a new GM that has 0 ties to Barrett, and at that point, that's usually when you make your move. So I think when that happens, you'll see it. The only way Leon Rose would trade him is if he knows he's on the hot seat.
I mean, the Knicks, they're 4 games over 500 now. They're not one game. They're half game out of 6th place. They want to make the playoffs. Obviously, if they make the playoffs and scare a team in the first round, I think that's a successful season. That's kind of how it looks like it might shake out. But at the same time, you can't have liabilities like R.J. Barrett's proved to be. And again, he'll have good games every once in a while. But when you get a 4-year rookie extension for $100 million, you can't just be good every once in a while. You have to be consistent. I don't care it's 20 points per game, but it's 30 points one game, 9 points another game. Like, I want that consistency out of, I know a third option, but he's an important third option. It's not like Brunson and Randall are superstars. No. You're going to need that guy to provide a good floor as a third option, yeah. So the fact that he's not doing that, I don't know if I would trade him now, because I don't know. Like, I love the trade machine, guys, so I'll play around for a little more. I don't know. Would you do Anunoby, Gary Trent for Barrett and Fournier and a first-round pick?
I mean, Toronto shouldn't do that. For the Knicks, you definitely do that.
Yeah, Toronto should not do that.
If you're throwing another first-round pick in there, maybe.
I want 4.
See, now you're just being unreasonable.
Hey, you got too many.
No, I think the Raptors counter offer for that is going to be give me Barrett and Toppin.
Yeah, they're going to want
Toppin. I want Obi in a Raptors jersey. I want it. I need it so I can wear it, and I can look at you every day when I wear it.
All right.
He starts averaging 28 in Toronto.
You know that's what's going to happen, and it's sad because, yes, Randall's the all-star. Randall's the guy that's the guy that the front office and Leon Rose said, that's our man. That's Julius Randle right there. But Obi Toppin, he has so much potential. I've said, I'm going to say it again, I wouldn't trade him for God, right? But the Knicks are going to trade him for a lot less than that because there's no fit for him. Because not just Randle, they said they're a guy. Tibbs, too. Tibbs hates Obi Toppin. You can see it. He'll make a few good plays in his little 10 minutes per game. It's Julius Randle time.
Yep.
It's Juju time.
Sad, bro.
It's.
He doesn't like a lot of players on his bench.
A lot of young players he dislikes. Yeah. It's really weird.
Did Cam Reddish, what did he do to this man? I don't know at this point.
He's
Tibbs married.
No, ball's life for him.
He you know what?
Nah, no way.
You know what he did? He gave him the wrong coffee. Maybe that's why.
Maybe gave him that decaf.
He put the wrong dressing salad.
Damn, that's soft.
That had to happen. I'm telling you, these guys they don't like. I mean, heck, he likes Evan Fournier a lot more than Cam Reddish.
Yo, he likes Svi Mikhailuk. I hope I said that right. No, because he was shouting out all the players that aren't in the rotation. He was like, D-Rose stays ready. Evan. No, I got to do the voice. Evan stays ready. Svi stays ready. Ryan Argiacono stays ready. No Cam Reddish in sight.
Ryan Argiacono?
He shouted out Argiacono. However you say his name, I don't care about him. He shouted him out over Cam. What did Cam Reddish do to this man?
I really hope they just move on from Cam Reddish so he can just give the kid an opportunity somewhere else.
I mean, we'll find out in a 30 for 30 and
Yeah.
Imagine a Knicks 30 for 30 this year alone.
The mid 3.
What if I told you?
What if I told you?
That's sick, bro. I mean, and obviously, you got trade targets for the Knicks. Gary Trent, Sadiq Bey, OG Anunoby, Cedi Osman, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt. Now, I know I asked this question on paper, what seems to be the best move for the Knicks, but it's not going to put you anywhere over the top from where you're at now.
No, not even close.
Sad boys.
They are, 7 first-round picks. Get rid of the roster.
No, they don't got to do all that. They don't got to do all that.
What do you mean? You're not winning anything with this.
Well, you have Brunson, all-star caliber.
Could have had Mitchell.
They got him.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta remind you.
They got, you know what it is? They got these guys 20 years too late.
Damn.
I'm sorry. They just did.
No. Brunson's in his prime. Don't do that. Brunson's in his prime.
Yeah.
Randall's only 27. You know I'm not the biggest Julius Randle guy, but I think he could be a third option on
of course.
Contending team. Right now he's the second option. So you need that one guy to put you over the top. Now, all these guys Eric just named, I'd like them in terms of the Knicks achieving their goal this year, getting into the playoffs, winning a few playoff games. You're gonna have to build off that, and then we could start talking about which superstar can come to the Knicks. But for right now, I think if they get OG Anunoby, I'd be thrilled. If they got any of these guys, I'd be happy.
They're only getting these players through a trade. They're not coming through free agency. They're not. They never do.
We'll see.
It never happened. Like when has a free agent ever come to the Knicks?
I can't tell you the last time it happened, but maybe something changes.
Carmelo Anthony.
But that was a trade too.
No, I'm saying bring Melo back.
I'm in favor.
Bring him back.
It worked. Well, actually, it didn't work. It'll work this time. Maybe. Probably not.
So.
Melo, J.R. Smith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Pablo Prigioni.
Yeah. Now we're cooking.
Priggy Small, baby.
Raymond Felton. Oh my God.
Nah,
No Raymond Felton.
Steve Novak.
I love
Double
Felton.
check. Double check.
Yo, Steve Novak was him. The kids don't know.
I miss Novak.
He only had the shot in the corner.
Yeah.
And he was watering every time.
You know it was cash. Can we talk about Cam Thomas real quick?
They lost.
Yo.
No.
Hey,
Ross.
they lost.
40 points in 3 straight games. That's impressive.
0-2 a Kyrie.
You know what? I'm all for the net slander. You know that, but not with this kid.
No, I'm not blaming him. They lost, though. A loss is a loss.
Listen, I met him. He's my guy because I met him for 5 seconds at the recreation center over in Westbury. He gave me a little, what's up?
I'm sure he's a great guy.
That's my guy. That's my guy. I'm rooting for Cam Thomas.
43 points last night. 40-plus points in the last 3 games. I mean...
Ain't nothing funny.
He's great.
Ain't a damn thing funny.
That's funny.
Greatest night in recent history, bro.
Hey, who needs Kyrie, bro, when you have Cam Thomas? That's what I'm talking about. Stepping up when the opportunity is presented to you.
And I hope he keeps it up when KD comes back because the offense is going to change when
KD comes back.
I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one. I think he might have a trade request cooking up in the next 24 hours.
I don't know.
I think he's traded.
Yeah, NBA insider.
2 hours from now, Kevin Durant requests trade.
Insider.
You know what the haul is going to have to be to move him out of Brooklyn?
What would Phoenix have to give up? Like Ayton, Bridges,
a whole
Chris
lot.
Paul?
A whole lot.
I would.
But if you get KD and Devin Booker, you worry about the rest later. Like that alone could win you a championship.
Can. But I don't think I'm ready to do that.
I don't know if they're ready.
I don't think I'm ready to do that.
I don't know.
But that will conclude another day of WHPC Sports Talk. From myself, Eric Williams, Joshua Mahi, Ross Levine, and Nico each. Thanks for listening, as always, to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC.